Okay, 6:45. Good morning. I'm KB, and I'm so happy to have you here. Let's find a comfortable seat. So, if you're not comfortable sitting crisscross applesauce, you can sit like this. You can sit with your legs straight out. Whatever's good for you. So, inhale and extend your spine. And then as you exhale, let's try to maintain this extended spine. I can tell I'm going to need to take my sweater off. So we're working on posture, maintaining good posture, and at the same time, we're strengthening our back. So shoulders down. This morning, soften your eyes, relaxing all the muscles supporting your eyes. And you're welcome to, keep your eyes open or just close them and listen. Think about smoothing the skin across your forehead. It's the opposite of the furrowed brow. Release your jaw. Relax your tongue. And pay attention to your breath. Manipulate it. However, if you want to promote the relaxation response, if we extend the exhalation a bit longer. So let's do just a couple. We'll inhale 4 and exhale 6. If you can do more, or if you are uncomfortable with that, just inhale 2, exhale 3. So it's up to you. All right, here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just continue breathing on your own. The idea isn't to zip it up and then hold it. It's to slowly inhale and then slowly release as best we can. And if possible, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. I know if you have the allergies right now or you're congested, that's difficult to do. Pay attention to everything in your body that's moving in order for you to breathe. Just your chest expand. Your diaphragm shifts as it contracts. It goes down and then your belly expands. And the opposite happens for the exhale. So we will begin moving now, but let's try to still pay attention to our breath. So this morning, let's just turn our head to one direction. Find that end point of the range of motion. It should not hurt. And then gently bring it back through center and to the other side. Center. Hold it here. Notice how it feels. And now chin down. So we're just going down maybe an inch, half inch, just so you change what you feel. Bring it back up and back through center. Holding it to the side and then bring it down. So just adding a little flexion in this rotated cervical position. Back up. Good. And now we'll just nod, nice and easy, keeping the heart lifted, maintaining that good posture. Remembering that as you go up, you need to be very sensitive to how it feels. And it's better to move in the range of motion where you have no pain. Let's take the shoulders up to the ears. Imagine trying to touch your earlobes. And now bring them down. So pressing them down, and then you feel that expansion perhaps in the muscle between your base of your neck and your shoulders. So up and then down. All right. Let's just take the left shoulder and bring it around. Very big back shoulder rolls. Now allow your torso to kind of twist as you bring it, and then allow your torso to go back. So it's a big movement. One more time. And then keep the shoulder down. Let's try the other side. So do back shoulder rolls, opening the heart. Paying attention to what you feel, where you feel it in your body, and we're still breathing. All right, now let's try to make it a little bigger. So adding a twist. It's not a big twist, it's just allowing your torso to move a little bit forward, and then as you roll back, a little bit back. Good. One more time. Nice. Now both together forward. It's almost as if we were doing a little baby butterfly swim stroke. There's a big swim meet at the natatorium today at the rec center. One of my students is swimming. Beautiful. One arm comes up and I'm reaching tall and I'm pressing with the opposite energy down with my hips, and then take it over to the side. So I'm supporting myself with my other hand. My head, instead of hanging out here, is extending away from my heart. So long neck. And now lead with the ribs and bring it back up. Stretch up tall, reach up. Feel the length, press into what you're sitting on, and now take it over. Long through your spine. This is lateral flexion. Remember your breath. Right, leading with the ribs, take it up. Good. One more time. Up, 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 over, and now let's gaze up a little bit. And just notice, maybe you feel it a little different. The stretch, and now bring your gaze down. And so I'm allowing a little bit of movement in my shoulder so that it changes what I feel. And I'm just going to go up with my gaze and down. All right, and hold it here, leading with the ribs. Take it up. Second side, reach up, up, up. Take it over. Find that stretch. And now gaze up. Even if I'm really trying hard not to move my position, just by turning my head up, I feel it a little bit different. and down. Up, down. And we didn't do rotation to the side. So this is our neck rotation as we're opening through the shoulder. All right, leading with the ribs. Good. We're going to shift over onto our quadruped position. That's our hands and knees. If you need to have your blanket thinly folded underneath your knees, that's fine. So find your box, your quadruped, and we are articulating the spine. I like to inhale and then exhale, obviously, but you can do either direction. Oftentimes we inhale with extension like this, and then as our body flexes, we will exhale. Keep going, and I encourage you to close your eyes and just visualize your spine as you articulate each vertebra. So remember, we're trying to feel our body as we breathe. And I'm going to flip to the other side. I was trying to go to the opposite side, so I switch it up, but my legs will hit the bed with our next move. All right, coming to our neutral position here. Let's just shift back, but we're not going to stay. I don't want you to get excited about child's pose. We're going to come forward, and now we're just going to come forward and let our shoulders come in front of the hands. And now shift back. And shoulders come in front. Press through. So we're trying to stretch through the wrists and forearms. And as we come forward, let's curl the toes under and stretch the bottoms of our feet. So we're rocking, and you can maybe inhale with one full movement, both directions, and then exhale with the other. You decide. Okay. All right. I'm coming back into my box. All right. So right leg extends, belly draws in, and I'm going to allow that left hand to reach out and hold, drawing my belly in to support the low back. Try not to hike my shoulder up. I'm just extending, and now bring the knee and the elbow toward one another. Smooth movement. Extend it out. Bring it back in. You can round here. That's fine. Extend it out. Last one. Bring it in. And we'll hold it out. Hand comes down, and then the knee comes down. Shift back, and let's roll out our wrists before we do the other side. Your wrists some love. Maybe spirit fingers, or make a fist and stretch it out. I don't know what that's called. Starburst. Here we go. Back to center. First thing you're going to do is support your back. So navel in, posterior pelvic tilt. Extend that. Left leg back. Right arm out. Find a steady position here. And then we'll gently pull elbow and knee towards one another. And then extend out. And gently pull it in as you exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale into flexion. Let's do one more. Hold it out. Check your posture. And if you're having difficulty, you can always just do your leg or just do your arm. Now let's go into a child's pose. So you decide either knees together or knees apart. Extend your hands out and maybe put your fist or both fists underneath your forehead. Or perhaps you have a block, or let your forehead rest to the ground.
Now shift your hips side to side, if you like.
Noticing what you feel. And if this is difficult on your knees, I would have 2 rolled up hand towels or washcloths and put them behind the knee, and that will release some of the pressure. All right, so let me check the time before we move on. Okay, let's go ahead and sit up. And we're going to go in this 90-90 position. So 90 here, 90 here. And I'm going to face this one, my right thigh lifting up tall. And now I'm going to come back with my hands behind me, switch, and lift up tall with my torso facing the left. All right, so we can continue to do it this way, lifting up tall, changing our arms, or you can lean back with your hands like this, opening your heart, fingers going in any direction, and just allow your knees to go down. So you do what's better for you in this moment. This is mobility work for our hips. And it's fine if you don't get them all the way down. But what you don't want to do is have them on top of each other, so you have to start wide. I always like to go as wide as the mat is, and then I can get my knees down. Phil might have to go a little wider. He's tall. Okay, now we're going to let go. We're going to let go of this opposite arm, bring it on the other side, and lift up tall. So this is a twist. So I'm going to look over my shoulder, and I'm really trying to press this opposite knee down. All right, so then we untwist, hand goes back for support, knees go to the other side, and this opposite hand goes on the other side of your thigh that's in front. Rotate. Try to really lift up tall, pressing your fingertips into the ground, looking over your shoulder. All right, release the hands, bring them back behind you. And now we're going to stay here. Okay, so this is our 90-90. We're going to lift up tall again. I'm facing my knee, my thigh. Lift up, keep extending, keep extending, keep extending. And now I'm going to go down. If I have my block or my pillow, I can put my forearms on it. But I'm going, this is a 90-90 pitch. Change the angle just a little bit. So opening through those hip rotators, they're in your glutes. They're the piriformis, the gluteus medius, and minimus. So I would encourage you to shift your torso around, to lift it up a little bit, to let yourself go down. Just play with the position, because then you might find that sweet spot where you need to stretch or you would like to stretch. But when we stretch this area right here, it helps our back. All right, let's bring our hands under our upper body and bring it up, and we're simply rotating to the other side. I keep shifting just so I can be in the camera, but you guys just roll with it. Okay, so up tall, lift up as tall as you can, and your navel is pointing to your knee if possible. Lift up tall even with your gaze,
and walk out over. So we want that neutral spine. We're trying not to round. So I'm getting better stretch when I don't round. And then at the very end, when I find that nice stretch, then I can let my head drop if I want. Or you can put your fists under your head, or you can stay up. Breathe. And maybe shift around. Gently bring your hands under your shoulders, push yourself up, and we're going to rotate so that we're laying down on our back. All right, knees come in, nice low back stretch. As best you can, take your knees toward, like try to touch them together. They might not go all the way, and that's cool, but just bringing them towards the midline of your body, and then a release, and now bring them more towards your shoulders so they're wider. Notice the difference, and I'd like you to pay attention which feels better for your back. So wide or towards the midline, knees almost together or together and pulling in. For me personally, I feel it in my back more when my knees are apart, but that's my body. So you could be totally different. It's just important to pay attention. All right. So we're going to do a little dead bug today. So legs up, arms up, and this is deceptively hard. So just do the best you can. Let's start with one leg first. I'm doing my right leg, and then I bring it back up, and then my left arm. And now I'm going to do them together. Right leg, left arm, and you can bend the leg, and that's going to be a little bit easier on your back. So we're alternating opposite leg and arm, and then the other side. Right leg, left arm, and up. Left leg, right arm, and up. So we have to think about what we're doing. If you want to make this more challenging than it is, lift your head up and keep it up. If it hurts your neck, don't do that, but it's just another option. You can go a little slower than I am. I wouldn't go faster. Lower back is pressing into the ground the whole time. And you're breathing. Let's do one more each side. Right, and so release your head if it's up. Gently bring the knees in and maybe rock side to side. Oh, I meant to do thread the needle. We'll have to do that on Thursday. Okay, extend the left leg. All right, so I'm going to take the right knee in, and with my right hand, I'm going to press it out. So I'm just opening up and stretching through the inner thigh, the adductor, and I'm trying to get the opposite left hip to stay on the ground. Hold your breath. All right, we're going to bring this knee in and switch. So my left hand will take over and take it to the left side with my right arm extending out. So my toes can find my left leg to anchor if they wish. Inhale.
Then we're going to bring it back and we'll go back to opening through the inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Now this left arm takes over, right arm goes out. We're going to go one more time, but if you prefer just to stay in this twist, go for it. So inhale. And as you exhale, we'll switch, taking that knee out. And then bringing it back. So as I age, sometimes the movement into a stretch or an exercise is one of the hardest parts, because it doesn't feel the same to move as it did, 30 years ago. So it helps in that when we do the movement, it helps mobility. Let's take a big stretch. Big morning stretch. And now left knee comes in. And I just want to remind you that if you have knee issues, you can always hold under instead of pressing on this flexed knee. All right, so now let's take the left hand and guide the left knee out. So I'm just supporting my knee with my left hand, but I'm also just ever so slightly putting some gentle pressure on it. And I'm anchoring myself with my right side of my body. I'm finding my breath. All right, so gently bring that left knee up. Right hand catches it, and we take it over. It doesn't have to come to the ground, and that's why you have your hand right here. Just find your breath. Notice what your body is feeling. Gently let it come up, or again, you can just keep it there. Bring it over to the side. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And I think we have one more set. So you're welcome to stay in the stretch for either side. All right. Okay. So I'd like you to bring your knees out and the soles of your feet together in butterfly. And then we're going to put our arms out in cactus just to open up. If you have blocks or rolled up towels and you want to put them right on the outside just for some support, that's great. Just going to stay here and focus on our breath for a minute. Soften your eyes. Relax your jaw. Opening through your heart, which is tight because our chest muscles are tight because of our posture as we are over our computers most of the day, or our devices, or our poor posture. And we're opening through the inner thigh because it's very tight, because we don't do a lot of lateral movement in our everyday life. You may, but I don't unless I specifically plan it. Finding your deep breath. Expanding through the belly, the lungs, the ribs, the chest. And then slowly releasing. I invite you to bring your legs together and roll to the side.